Well, welcome to your free trial of RCS Catering software. The first thing I want to teach you how to do is how to set up your catering menu. So when you're logged in, you're going to go to the restaurant manager. This is where you do a lot of your back office functions, and you're going to go to the menu manager. And from there, we have to add a menu. There's a certain hierarchy, and I'm going to walk you through it. So let's say that we want to add a lunch catering menu, and I can make this available from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. and I need to enable it to show at my restaurant, and I can show it or hide it from customers, and I can disallow delivery orders for this menu. So I go there. Now I want to add another one, and I'm going to call it dinner catering menu. I want to make that from 4 o'clock p.m. to 10 p.m. You've got to show it your location and hit save. So now when I go into the lunch menu, so basically you click to work with each type of menu, I'm going to have to add a category. So we're going to call this lunch packages. I have to show it at my location, and I could add a description of one. I'm going to add another one that goes drinks, desserts. So I can add whatever I want. From here, I want to add a menu item underneath the category. Well, I don't have any items, because if I click here, so I'll create a new item. And we're going to call this a basic lunch buffet. I can put in my description here. If there's a prep time required, most of these are very self-explanatory. Minimum number required to order, minimum number required for category. And I'm going to come in here. I can add different service fees. And since this is under the lunch catering menu, I'm going to per guest. And we're going to make it $9.99. And I'll save that. From here, I can add images. So if I want to add a picture, I would do that. And then I could add options for this. Well, I don't have any options, but I do want this in my lunch package, so I'm just going to grab the basic lunch buffet and put it under there. Again, I don't have options, so I'm going to create options. So I'm going to create lunch buffet entrees. And then I'm going to put in roast beef, turkey, fried chicken, tilapia, beef tenderloin. Let's say that requires an extra $3 a person upcharge. And I save that. So now I'm going to take my option lunch buffet entree and I'm going to put it underneath here. Once I open up this, I can put a multiplicity factor. So I'm going to say that they get to pick 2 entrees on this package. And then I'm going to create another option called lunch buffet side choice. And I'm going to put rice, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese. Let's say that's an extra 50 cents upcharge. Veggie blend. I'll save that. Now I'm going to take lunch buffet side choice and put it under here. When I click on that, I want them to be able to pick 2 of those. And I have that. If I want to move this around, I can put the side above the entree. Okay, so right now I have a basic lunch buffet with a choice of 2 entrees and 2 sides. Now, if I want to create another item, and we're going to call it chocolate chip cookies. We'll do it each, and we'll say these are $1.75. And then I'm going to create another item called Coke by the can per can, $1.49. So now I go to my drinks, and I'm going to put in my can of Coke. Now I go to my desserts and put in the chocolate chip cookies. So this is very, very simple to just add and subtract items. So keep in mind you're working with a menu. Within the menu you have different categories, and within the categories you have different items, and then you can have options. And this one has lunch buffet. Now the only other options to know about are extras, toppings, and service fees. So an extra would be multiple choice for customers with an extra cost. So if you want to offer something, and this is more of a button that they push. And toppings, think about toppings on a sandwich. There's no extra cost, but if you wanted to have toppings that go on a sandwich, you could put that. And then service fees would be a fee associated with an item, usually like a buffet or an event, and that's attached to it. So it's a way to add a set fee to something and not make it dependent on the number of people. So that's how you start entering your menu. What I recommend doing is starting off with your most popular items and working from there. It's the 80-20 rule. 80% of your catering is probably 20% of your items. And in the next video, we'll talk about how to take an order and seeing these work, and also how to work with open menu items if you don't have time to enter all your items.